Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Historic Gill Stadium for today's matchup between the Sweeney post number 2 and Keene post number 4. My name is Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television, and we got a great game ahead of us. Along with me, Michael Gonzalez up here in the booth. Michael, this is basically a do-or-die game. Both teams on the line to get into the playoffs. Sweeney coming in with an 8-7 record, Keene with a 7-7 record. Only the second time they're facing each other this year, and this game is going to be one for the ages.
Yeah, to quote the coach who I just spoke to, this is for all the marbles. Quote, direct quote. So, obviously, we got our A lineup in, we got our A pitcher in, and Keene's going to bring the heat, and we'll see what we can do here.
Well, the 3-1 count here, Jacob Plamondon doing the pitching to Jake Hillard, the center fielder for Keene. And, boy, Keene has had a rough go of it over the last 10 days, 8 games, Michael, and weirdly enough, this is their 5th game in 4 days, and they're coming into this game with only 9 players, so this is going to be a tough matchup for Keene. Sends a fly ball into right field, but Ethan May says, I got it, and that will do it for out number 1. So it takes 6 pitches for Jacob, but he's able to get the first out of the game.
Well, you mentioned that 9, I did not know 9 players. That's an uphill battle. Sweeney definitely has the depth in their favor. But as far as games in so many days, Sweeney went through it 2 weeks ago, so I don't feel that bad.
First pitch swinging there for Jack Rindo. Sorry, a little hot air today. And, Jack Rindo gets a single, and he'll be at first base. Jack, I believe I have listed as the pitcher. Again, with only 9 players, Michael, and having played so much, their arms are kind of tired here. So this is going to be something for Sweeney, who has not played since Sunday. You saw that doubleheader versus Concord, able to get game number 1. And, they're fresh, and, see what they can do here with the first pitch is fouled back.
Well, it's also, 9 batters, that kind of like, you can form a real good unity, a real bond, and you kind of just lean on each other. Do or die games. We've seen it in all sports at all levels. Teams come through. So this is not going to be a laydown for Sweeney. They're going to have to fight through this one.
All right, how about this, Michael? Their head coach is down in South Carolina, so they have their assistants in Steve Reynolds and Rich Beard doing the coaching today. So they don't even have their coach at this point, but they're, again, have that ability to stretch, and make things happen. And we'll see what happens here.
Well, it's a good thing, with about an hour drive or so.
Yeah, about an hour and 15 minutes.
Good thing there were no hiccups for any of the players, because then they would be playing left center field and right center field instead of all 3.
Pop fly, Jacob Plamondon rushing back, and we'll see who calls it. Jacob will take it himself. So another pop fly out right there. And 2 outs here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, as good as Jacob is, I'm sure it would be nice to play short and pitch at the same time.
Well, Griffin Logue doing the shortstop work today. It was an interesting thing. That's right. I forgot. Good call. I'm so used to Jacob being that. It's Griffin Logue, that's right, is doing the shortstop work here. Ooh. Oh, good throw.
See ya.
Ooh. Oh, called safe. Umpires, we haven't even talked about them yet. Doing the calls on the field is Jim Walsh. And doing behind the plate, Greg Surratt. So we've known these names from many of the Memorial and Central West. Now hit up the middle, and that will work for another single. No movement from second base on, but now with 2 outs, 2 singles, and Cal Tiani, who is quite a stud there. He's definitely one that I remembered from over the years, doing that single right there. Or excuse me, that's Ian Bergeron. And now it'll be the left-handed hitting Sean Callahan doing the work.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Jacob's going to be pounding the strike zone, and Keene's onto that. So a couple early count swings, and he does the same thing here.
But right to Griffin, and he's able to step on the bag for the 3rd out. So some action there for Keene, but not able to get around as Jacob Plamondon was able to do some work. So we'll head to the bottom of the 1st inning. We'll see the likes of Jacob Plamondon, Griffin Logue, and Manny Castro due up. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 1st inning here as Sweeney Post will get a chance to bat for the first time, and we had it all wrong in the rosters here as Ollie Froween will actually be pitching instead of Jack Rindo. So we have a lot of movement here in the field. New third baseman, new everything that we have, but first pitch is called a ball, which was very close at the same time. So good job by Jacob Plamondon, able to see that ball clearly. And he swings at pitch, pops up in the air, and will land just out of foul territory. Good running right there by number 11 and Hayden Bertolami. Or Sean Callahan, excuse me. Can't even read my own writing sometimes.
Yeah, it one of those things. You're not used to this much ground,
And Jacob sends one into center field, ranging over and able to make the catch. Look at that, able to put his glove out and give that a web gem right there. A great job by the center fielder in Jake Hillard.
That was a great play. You don't have to hit the ground to do that kind of thing. That was a great play, though.
Jacob Plamondon will just, try harder next time. That was a pretty good hit, but unfortunately he was not able to get that out there, and we'll see what he can do next time up to bat. But now here we are with the second batter in Griffin Logue, who, again, I'm not used to him playing shortstop. I'm so used to him playing second base or pitching. So now he's going to send one over to the shortstop position. The throw across the diamond is out. So very quickly, 1-2, and Keene, even though they only have a number of players, are looking pretty good right here to possibly go 1-2-3. But Manny Castro will be the man. You got to give credit to Cal Tiani on that throw to Sean Callahan for that out. But now stepping into plate is Manny Castro, and we'll see what we can do to get some hits here for Sweeney Post. Called strike.
Yeah, Manny's starting to catch heat right now. Kind of, baseball is like that. It's streaky.
And now he sends one over to his position at third base. The throw across the diamond is a good one, and Keene able to keep Sweeney to a 1-2-3 inning. Looks like Ollie Froween has come ready to play, and we'll be back with the top of the second inning, and it'll be Bertolami along with the likes of Froween and Carpentieri due up. We'll be right back with more Sweeney Baseball. The 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup for Keene due up here. It's a beautiful afternoon here at Gill Stadium, the 14th of July, 2023. And boy, this game has big implications on the playoffs as Keene, Laconia, and Sweeney all trying to vie for the last two spots. And if Sweeney is able to get this victory, they would have the tiebreaker on both Laconia and Keene. So this is a huge thing here. And Jacob Plamondon gets that strike right there, making a 1-1 count.
Yeah, we won't even talk about the scenario if they were to lose and then they play Laconia tomorrow.
Foul back.
Because then it turns into a bunch of math equations.
Yeah, Jacob Plamondon and I had a great conversation this week about he spent a good amount of time doing the work to figure out what he had to do, and now a ground ball over to Griffin. Griffin handles it cleanly. The throw across. Fastball that is caught by Rivera for out number 1. So far, it's been a quick game. I mean, things are working here.
I could not believe when Steve and I did the game on Sunday. We did a game the first game was an hour and 5 minutes. An hour and 5 minutes and 7 full game innings.
A good Concord team that's they're only their second loss of the year. You were able to see on Sunday. So that was a big, big win for Sweeney that has put them percentage points above Keene. And a foul ball hits the...
It was a huge win. It was good to see Jacob Plamondon get a 2-1 victory. But more importantly, it was good to see the team hold on to a one-run close game like that because the fielding was phenomenal, Kyle. Phenomenal. Double plays, diving plays, no errors. It was really special. And that's the reason the pace of the play has been picking up, I think, because of they're throwing that leather around like hardcore right now.
Well, Jacob has to work from hitter's count right here, 3-1 counts. And he gets the strike call.
Yeah, he's been down in counts. I've seen, again, I'm not just going to talk about Sunday the whole game, but I've seen him come back from so many 3-ball counts like he did right there, and he gets the backwards K on a nice curveball. That thing moved a lot.
Yeah, it was. Didn't look like there was a lot of happiness from Ollie there
No.
with that that call as he'll have to remember that from being on the pitcher's mound, as we'll be heading to the bottom of the second in due time. First pitch and inside, and it goes for a ball. Now off the bat is Brady Carpentieri.
It does seem like Greg Surratt has opened up the strike zone a little bit. So
inside pitch, might have been a ball if he had not swung, but he went for it.
So Oliver has to keep that in mind, as Jacob does. But yeah, if you can work the paint, keep it going. Nice pitch.
Strike call there. So goes ahead in the count 1-2. Andrew Wall doing a good job of giving him quality calls. Try to go a little junk ball there.
It's good to see Manny Castro at third. He played shortstop last time in replacement, and Griffin Lowe played
he went
second.
across. So Jacob Plamondon able to go 1-2-3 in the top of the second inning with 2 Ks right there. And Sweeney Post will hopefully take some of this energy and see what they can do with their bats. We'll have the likes of Ethan May, Amar DeWitty, and Alexander Rivera due up. Michael Gonzalez and Kylie Heavey will be back for the bottom of the second right after this. Back here at Gill Stadium, Michael Gonzalez and Kylie Heavey and Ethan May will be the first batter here in the bottom part of the second. And he's been really doing a good job this season here for Sweeney Post of making contact. And we've seen him do triples. We've seen him get doubles. And it's been impressive to see after being injured last year.
Not only that, he's playing a mean right field here at Gill Stadium that can be a hard position to field. And coaches obviously got there it goes.
Sent out.
Woohoo!
It's going to make its way to the warning track, hits the fence. And, Ethan is rounding second. We'll see what happens. The relay will not be in time, and Ethan able to go. Now the ball goes away. Ethan's kind of an interesting spot. It hits the railing.
Are you kidding me?
And
that is lucky as I've ever seen it hit the 1-inch railing.
Ollie Froween is very pleased with that, as Ethan May is able to get a leadoff triple, and he's doing a little celebration there at third base, rightfully so, after absolutely destroying that ball.
Destroyed it. I bet there's less seams on it now. I was wondering if he was going to take the leap and go to third or not.
And now ball right up the middle that will go for an RBI single, and Sweeney Post will take the lead 1-0.
That's it. Alexander. No, that was
Amar
DeWitty. Amar, okay. You know, he's been...
give him some love. He's been doing a good job at second base this season as well.
I got to give him a Kyle point for that, for sure. He's normally playing the shortstop spot for, Central West, taking a different role this time. But I learned recently that Plamondon and him are cousins. Did you know that?
I did know that.
So that's pretty cool.
Love to see the appreciation. As I didn't have any cousins close to my age, so I'm kind of jealous in a lot of ways for them.
All my cousins picked on me.
Mine too.
Look at us now, though, Kyle.
Got one cousin in Seattle, the other one living on Cape Cod. I'm still doing all right, though.
You're all right. Yeah, you're here.
2-1 count there to Alexander. Fast motorcycle going by right now. 2-2 count now. And Rivera, who's kind of dropped in the lineup here. We're kind of noticing that, he all season long we're used to him in the leadoff or in the 3 spot, 4 spot. Instead, to see him right down in the 6 spot.
We've seen him lead off. We've seen him in all kinds of different positions. This is the first time I've seen him at 6.
And he is not able to get a hold of that outside pitch, and it'll be a strikeout for out number 1. Ollie's starting to feel it after giving up a couple, hits here to finally get that out. But now here's a big bat right here in Andrew Wall, and he certainly knows how to get a triple if he needs as well.
This guy gets hit about twice a game. It's amazing. He's got a good attitude, I'll tell you that.
And inside pitch right there.
But I'll tell you, when you get your do-or-die squad on the field, your A lineup, people drop down and, there's only so much room. So it's just nice to be in it,
Ball 2 right there to
We've never seen him hit 7th. Wow.
No, it's actually a very good point. But, again, everyone is healthy here for Sweeney. And it's looking very good for them to have a big bench. And, ball gets away. And now the first baseman trips Brady Carpentieri as ball gets away. And that allows Amar to move up to second base.
Yeah, you got to make sure that ball scurries just a little bit farther. He got a good read on it, though. You know, he's not going to burn up the base pass, but he's a smart base runner.
Alumni Field, where Keene plays, is a grass field, very pretty field, as the Keene Swamp Bats play there as well. And not a turf field, though, is what I'm trying to get at.
Gill has its own, definitely has its home field nuances. The foul turf, the amount of ground, the distance between the backstop and the catcher, and like you just mentioned, the turf. And that big central logo right in center field.
Big C right there as Andrew does not get the green light, lets the ball go past, and it is a strike. So Ollie Froween knows what it's going to take to get a strike here and does not able to get one, though. And it'll be a one-out walk here for Andrew Wall.
They say a walk's as good as a hit. Obviously, you know, not with first base open, but it definitely helps. Good job getting on base. And here comes a speedster. This guy, when he hits it, he's halfway down the line when the fielder gets the ball.
The left fielder, Ben Canny, who we saw him in last Friday's game batting in the 2 spot. Now he's dropped down to the 8 spot here.
Right, well, what they're doing is they got Canny and Collado 8 and 9, right? And then Plamaden at the leadoff spot.
A little soft ground ball. This could be a tough play, though. Ben's speed could be a factor. And he is called out there by Jim Walsh.
Got it right by just a quarter step. But what I'm saying is you put these two speedsters up, you want to set the table for Manny Castro, Ethan May, Amar. So that's the whole concept behind hitting Canny 8th, I think.
Well, the hero from last Friday, Jason Collado, the number 9 hitter here, and he takes ball 1. Now, I mean, I'm going to take your call from last Friday, and maybe he bunts it right here. He's got, the speed to get to first base.
Got some distance at third, too.
They're definitely playing back. So right now, 2 balls, though, thrown to him.
That's not a bad idea, Coach Kyle.
I just think they'd be surprised, and then you'd have your leadoff hitter and Jacob Lamont up next.
Yeah, they got a lot of room out there. He's got the take sign on, it looks like, though. Some coaches will do that. It makes sense, make Oliver find the strike zone. And then, because kids are still kids, so.
Inside, call the strike. Collado obviously was not swinging, being up in the count 3-0, so.
Yeah, the double take. But this is the hitter's count here. Look for him to take a good hack.
And he does, but it pops right up in the air. The catcher
Tough
trying to work it out, and he is not able to do it. And that will work as an infield single.
Sure does.
And able to come around and score. Amar DeWitty and Jason Collado getting another RBI right there. Unorthodox way, just a tough go of things. I feel like Ollie Froween should have gotten it. He left it off to Ian Bergeron to get it. And Sweeney gets another run in this inning. And now the leadoff hitter in Jacob Plamondon.
That is not the catcher's ball right there. You don't want him making a Willie Mays type of catch when you could just come in and make the catch yourself. He's off.
Ball gets away.
Should have
jumps
seen
out.
that.
Good stop there by Bergeron, but that allows Collado to move up.
Yeah.
So runners on second and third.
Couple ducks there, Kyle. You had to expect him to steal there. I didn't even think of that. It's his speed and. Ooh, there
London sends one out to right field.
Oh.
It is caught. What a great catch right there by Cal Tinnen.
Saves the day right there.
Plamondon must be angry. He's gotten a hold of
Twice.
2 great hits, and the left fielder, the right fielder, able to make that. He's the leadoff hitter for the top of the 3rd inning. Jacob Plamondon is just getting very unlucky so far in this game, but he'll take his aggression out with his pitching ability. But Sweeney able to go up 2-0 here. We'll be back with more Sweeney Post versus Keene right after this. Top of the 3rd inning, it'll be the 9-1-2 spot in the lineup for Keene, down 2 runs. And we'll see what Cal Tinnen, the big glove right fielder here, were able to Jacob Plamondon. I was surprised that Jacob just didn't hit him right there, to being showing that I'm upset with you for that. But it's called a strike, and now Cal sends one out. Ethan running in and is able to make that catch.
Yeah, he's been there, done that. He knows how to fight the sun. If you notice when he ran in like that, he kind of ran in with his glove in front of his face, and that's the only way to do it. That's why an infield glove has the pockets are tight together, but an outfield glove will have pockets that are webbed, like with holes in it. And that's the whole purpose, and that's what he did right there. He snuck a peek at the ball while guarding the sun. So good job. It's not as easy as it sounds.
No, absolutely not. It makes sense, and Ethan did a good job there, as Jake Hilliard will be the next batter. Jake flew out to Ethan May in right field his last time up to bat.
Sick pitch right there. His curveballs is running hard, and I was wondering if it would be him or Ryan Cunningham pitching today, because both are really excellent, and we saw Cunningham get a one-hit performance last Friday.
That second game too was really impressive for him.
But 19 years old, college ball under his belt. You get some leadership. He's just red hot. My MVP of the team so far. Put the ball in his hands.
Strike there. So now the count goes full.
Something about that, when you ride a streak. That's why Ethan May's hitting fourth and playing right today. You ride a hot streak.
And that will go for ball 4. So Hilliard will get on base for the first time with a one-out walk here. And now we'll see what Jack Rindo can do. He singled his last time out the bat, got all the way to second base before the inning ended. But he obviously knows how to work his bat. And look at the fluorescent pink on his bat there, Michael.
Yeah, well, when I Googled bats, that was the $200 version right there. Wow. So hopefully he doesn't break that bat.
No, let's hope
brand
not. It looks very nice.
It's brand new. Out.
Very delayed.
I don't know what.
Jim Walsh is a kind of good tough spot.
He is.
I can't really show what
no one has the advantage we do, I guess I should say.
As I was walking down there, it is a different feel for sure from what we see to what they see. And popped up over our heads. You can feel the hits, the roof right behind us. Maybe we'll try to get that in between the next inning here. But now 0-2 in the count. See if Jacob throws this. Oh, now he throws over. Very close, but
Jim takes his time making that call. Huh?
Jim's very
laissez-faire.
Yes. I feel like he's on vacation in some ways, but appreciate the guy.
Oh, we love Jim Walsh. Great guitar player for the Eagles, too.
Big Jim. Big Jimmy. Well, 1-2 count. Plamont is still trying. Jake is going to get exhausted here. He's your center fielder for Keene. So you got to realize that you have no one else.
Some hard tags coming down on him, too. He's literally like, Rivera's not making it easy for him whatsoever.
Jacob not able to get strike 3 again. So now the count goes 2-2 to number 22.
Been the victim of that as a base stealer. You get some hard tags.
And now a little soft ball. See if Amar can come out. Oh, it's going to be Ethan. Ethan not able to get it. And he's going to get another single right there. And Jack Rindo, 2 for 2 in the game.
Yeah, the ball kind of just hung up there just a second longer. Went into the dive a little early, I feel like.
Easier said from up here where we're in the AC compared to Ethan, who's getting...
Well, he did. He went in a little early, but at the same time, good effort. And he actually had it. The ground is hard to overcome, though. Big turf, but good effort. No error there whatsoever.
No, and now it'll be Caltiani who popped up to Griffin at the shortstop position his last time up to bat. So he's 0 for 1. Close, but not able to. So a walk and a single here after a fly out.
Yeah, he's their number 3 hitter. He's their stud in the lineup. So this is not going to be easy.
Jacob having a little trouble finding the strike zone right now.
I wouldn't hate a mound visit from the coach, just to check in on him, make him laugh, something, It's weird they don't bring water out, like in football games.
That's actually a good point.
They don't have water people.
And
Yeah.
That was called a strike, I believe. It was. Okay. So
Yeah. We don't have they're not the most animated umpires, but Greg Surratt, called that one a strike. It just takes a minute, It's like lagging. They lag.
Well,
That's high.
ball 4. So bases are loaded here for Keene.
Here he comes.
And Ian Bergeron, who singled his last time up, will be the next hitter. But as you said, Andrew Wall and Jacob Lamanen are meeting, and the pitching coach will come out to make sure that one of their better players is okay.
He's just going to talk to him. He's going to be like, all right, no big deal. We got, no one's come in yet. We got that lead. You're leaving it high. He can see he's leaving it high, and he's just telling him kind of just lean into it and follow through more. It's just a mechanic thing, and you're right. Coach Borvage is definitely the pitching coach, as he was a legendary high school pitcher back in the day.
As he's telling his infield, play in, trying to get that play at home.
Yeah, in on the corners, standard, and then double play depths. They've been able to spin some DPs today this year. So it looks like they're going to cheat a little bit up the middle, play that depth, and then in at the corners. Got a couple good fielders at the corners, too.
First pitch fouled off.
You wouldn't want anyone but Rivera and Manny over at first and third right now. So playing in, you cut your range down, you know what I mean? So you got to be quick. You have to have quick reactions.
Oh, and sent out. Ethan starts backing up. Will stay put. And let's see what type of arm he has. The play will not make it. And a run will come for Keene as they are able to put the lead in half here for Sweeney. And it's 2-1. And the runner from second able to move up here. So there's a lot of stuff going on, as we've just seen. And Ian Bergeron able to get that RBI.
That's a win, though. That's a win for Jacob. And ask Coach, he'd say the same thing. Now you got 2 outs. Notice how the infield is at regular depths. Plays at first. 2 outs, plays at first.
Outside pitch.
But they got a big hitter here in Callahan. As we've seen before, he can really put a charge into it. Lefty, just a big, tall player. Good play by Rivera right there.
Yeah, I kind of had a lot of thoughts in my head right there as, Jacob is really trying to get still the runner at first because he's going to be trying to steal.
Yeah, they should just give him to him.
And Andrew's going to
throw
it.
Got him. He's in there.
Oh,
Good
he's called
slide.
safe.
Great slide on that one. What he did is he actually curled his whole body and did they call it a sweep slide, because he looked like he had him, didn't he?
The throw was there. It was a little bit outside of the 50 area, and he did a good job, as Griffin did, and now sent out. Ben Canny can't ram in and is able to get that third out. So Keene leaves 2 runners on the base paths, but they are able to score 1 run. It was a tough inning there all around for Sweeney Post, but they're able to do the work to get it done and get out of the inning. We'll see what their bats can do. A 2-1 lead for Sweeney Post. Keene working hard, but not enough on that inning. We'll be right back with more Sweeney Post versus Keene after this. Well, after delaying the action here to start the 3rd inning, a big issue here with Ollie in his cleats. He was wearing metal cleats, and those are illegal here at Gill Stadium, and it took a little bit of time to get things squared away, and he had to go switch into his regular shoes. And now we'll see. Ollie is coming back with 2 straight strikes. Froween is not pleased right now, Michael.
No, I mean, he's wearing his house shoes right now, but he's pitching it phenomenally.
Griffin sees 3 pitches and sees 3 go by him, 4 strikes, and that will do it for out number 1. So Keene certainly has got a lot to play for now, as they feel like home field advantage is really working in Sweeney's side. But Manny Castro here, we'll see what he can do, as he grounded out to third base his first time at bat.
What was that?
And again, I'm going to blame the shoes.
That ball was about 7 feet over Manny's head right there.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it, actually. Like, off the mark is one. That'd be like shooting a free throw into the fans.
Not even hitting the
like,
backboard.
Into the stands.
A 2-0 count here to Castro.
It's weird because he pitched so good against Griffin. Like, well,
what can you do?
What are you gonna do? It's got to be the shoes.
Big issues here in this contest, and
this is for all the marbles, though. Whatever. No one's gonna look back at that Bedford game when the rain out when they talked the umps into quitting the game when it stopped raining 5 seconds later. So it's like no one's gonna talk about this. You gotta get your W, man. I don't know.
Well, Manny Castro able to get a 4-pitch walk after a 3-pitch strikeout. And now we'll see what Ethan May can do, who tripled his first time up to bat and scored the first run. So we'll see what he can do here.
Nice sweeping curveball right there. And watch Manny. He's got a good secondary lead. You can kind of see where his pellets are in the turf.
Looking over.
Yeah, he's got that.
There
he goes. I know.
Now taken off. The throw is there, but Manny has already taken the bag off. It's Velcro and is able to slide in safely. So put him in running position here. And Ethan would love to get himself an RBI if possible here.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good bit. I mean, from the knees, Bergeron just.
And he'll pop fly. Let's see who gets it this time. Freween says, I got it this time.
Yeah, no more of that, right?
I think he learned his lesson from last time. Again, he is a left fielder otherwise when he's not pitching. And feels like the wind really played a factor as Bergeron was not able to get that in the last part of the second inning. And now 2 outs, and Amar, who has already got himself an RBI, would like to get a second. Ooh, that's a juicy ball right there. Oof.
Yeah, that's dry cleaning right there. Put it on a hanger. He'll pounce on the first pitch too. So he's a fastball hitter. He's looking fastball, I think.
And not able to catch the strike part of the plate.
He's done a good job catching. I've never seen anyone be able to blow one by him. He's really good at getting the bat on the ball. I think he sits fastball.
And he sends one to third base. Third base has to throw across and is able to get it. So a nice little throw across the diamond. Good work there by the third baseman, which for some reason I'm not looking at my list fast enough to be able to find him. That's Hayden Bertolami, and that will do it. Hayden will actually be the leadoff hitter here as we go to the top of the 4th inning, and Sweeney Post still hanging to a 2-1 lead. We'll be back with more Legion Baseball right after this. Hayden Bertolami, the leadoff hitter here as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Jacob Lamondon still in control on the mound, and we'll see what he can do for the first pitch. It is called a strike. Kind of a long delay, Michael, to have just a quick inning there for Sweeney Post.
That was a new one for me. I was unaware of the metal cleat rule. Most players will be rocking the medals because most games are on dirt. But here on the turf, I can understand you can't just hack up the field,
Absolutely, and that's the issue that we have here. And Scott Bezoin does a good job here of helping to make sure Gill Stadium looks good every time, even though a lot of the other teams don't have the same exact appreciation. The sunflower seeds are not supposed to be allowed here, but there's seeds on the field sometimes.
That's a rule too, huh?
Yeah, you're not really supposed to. When this turf is not meant to be damaged, it costs the city a lot of money as all 4 fields now, if you count Trinity, are all brand new within the last 7 years.
That's a
now sent out to center field, and that will be a single for Bertolami. So the tying run at first base.
Yeah, that sunflower seed, that's like a habit thing. A lot of visiting teams don't really get the memo, so they just load up their cheek, like Lenny Dykstra or something. But you don't see any Sweeney players doing it, so, sunflower seeds for me were more of a bench thing. When I was riding the pine, I used to like to rock the seeds.
Certainly in the big league chew, always appreciated the raspberry flavoring of that.
Yeah, I do the book, anything to keep in the game. You could try to.
Well, Ollie Freween, pitcher versus pitcher, and he pops one up.
Go
Rivera racing back, loses his hat. Oh, and does not even make it. Lands fair. Ethan has a chance to throw to Froze. Not able to get his Griffin, so count that as a single right there for Freween. And
yeah, that's DeWitty's ball. He called him off too, but Rivera's locked in, and I feel.
Oh, they're going to call it foul. After all that, it landed in fair territory. Oh, boy. Well,
No argument.
Sweeney dodged a bit of a bullet possibly there, but, Freween at the same time has a chance to really connect hard.
Imagine this. But you mentioned off the air that Keene doesn't even have their head coach right now. So wonder, like, is he going to take the gumption to go argue a call like that? You know what I mean? He's not used to having that role. So to come out and be like, because that clearly landed in bounds, as my wife would say. But in play.
Fouled off.
Maybe if it hits the player, I don't know. I have to do some research into that.
Well, it's now a 2-2 count. Freween had the backwards K back in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1 on the contest so far. Inside for ball 3, so the count goes full.
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd be bunting with bottom of the order, and
Jacob's got a really good pickoff move. I mean, I got to give Coach Steve Reynolds credit. He's yelling as loud as he can to.
I appreciate that. That's important.
And now sent out. Ethan May ranging over is able to get that for out number 1. So works out that Freween goes 0 for 2 now. And now we'll see what Brady Carpentier can do as he struck out his first time off the bat as well.
Ethan May has gone from role player to count on me type of guy right now. He's just been solid out there. And what do I tell you all the time? Jacob does it at shortstop. A player that can make the game look easy is a really good player. You know, it's not easy to make something look easy.
Late swing, foul tipped into the mitt to make it a count go 1-1. Brady had a good throw. He's had a pretty slow day out there in left field, but he does have a good arm as well. So
Jacob's thrown over about 15 times, it feels like.
And now a little perfect double play ball. Griffin to Amar. The throw across.
Oh, Jimmy Walsh gives us the call.
We got a timeout call. He's very unpleased with that call right there, as it did seem to me that Brady was safe, and Brady is going to stay at first base to try to fight that, but Jim Walsh says otherwise. And, well, a 6-4-3 double play right there.
Put it in the books.
Pomaden will appreciate that, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Rivera, Wall, and Canny. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey here from Manchester Public Television. Quality game so far. We'll see how it goes. Back after this. Back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. And Keene is doing a good job of keeping Sweeney at bay, even though the score reads 2-1. Keene just feels like they are getting kind of some calls that aren't going their way, Michael.
Well, that one was a tough angle for umpire Jim Walsh. You know, like I said, he didn't have the benefit of our bird's eye view. It did look like Xander's foot came off the bag a little bit, though.
Well,
but at the same time, you know, we never get calls.
Exactly. Rivera down in the count. He's already struck out his first time up to bat. Now down in the count 1-2. So he's really got to protect here to see what he can do to really. Oh, foul. Doesn't hold on to it. Ian is not pleased with himself right now. Not able to hold it on to that.
Yeah, I mean, good job fouling it off. You get another life. You got to take advantage of it. So see what he does. We've seen him do it before.
1-2. Fouled off Bergeron's leg and goes right to the dugout.
Yeah, that was a big cut for a 1-2 count. But we've also seen him put one in the bullpen before, so he has that confidence.
Well, count goes 2-2 now.
I mean, Sweeney's pretty deep lineup right now, I got to say. Like, 1 through 9, I don't see any holes.
Called strike 3. Rivera goes down with another K, so it'll be 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And Andrew Wall says, all right, it's my time to shine. I got you, buddy. And we'll see what he can do here, as Andrew was able to get on with a walk his first time.
He didn't like that call, but I mentioned in about the first or second inning that this is the strike zone now. So you got to know that he's going to open. Surratt's going to keep this strike zone the same. You have to. It's like a code of conduct for umpires. When you start in one way, you got to finish it that way. So the strike zone's opened up, Kyle. So it's going to be beneficial for a low-scoring game and a quick game. And if you're an umpire, that's not the worst thing, I guess.
And starting a few minutes early in today's contest, and here we are an hour in. Andrew with a big swing there.
Must have a date. We are in the Queen City, Plenty of restaurant options, people.
Again, a flood warning for tonight as well as... Andrew able to...
Gets hit every game.
And he's going to be nice and give that ball back to Ollie Froween.
Yeah,
and
he signed it, too, first.
Why not?
Wow, I'm telling you, I have never seen a game where he doesn't get hit.
It's unfortunate, and now he's got to be careful of Ben Canny, who's able to certainly send one over to first base if need be.
Yeah, if you're, he might bunt here. I'm surprised. Obviously, they don't have the same knowledge of attributes that we do on the Sweeney squad, as we know every player up and down. But third base looks a little back, doesn't he? A
little bit. Oh, Canny not able to get a hold of that one as. That was a nice little curveball, looks like, or
seems like Ollie's featuring a lot of curves as of late.
Again, Keene doesn't have a lot of arms here, so it's all up to the. And now a little ground ball. This could be a 6-3 double play, and it works. Just
looks safe to me, but
fourth inning, both teams ending with double plays, and we'll head to the top of the fifth inning, and we'll see the likes of Cal Tinnen, Jake Hilliard, and Jack Rindu. Keene versus Sweeney Post, a great contest. Back with more after this. Top of the fifth inning here. Time running out for Keene. They got to get a run here, and Cal Tinnen knows what's needed for his Keene squad, and he'll be the first batter here versus Jacob Plamanen, who gets the strike call for the first pitch. As we were noticing, Michael, we do have two pitchers warming up for Sweeney Post. Little bunt attempt that does not work. Now an 0-2 count to the number 9 batter, number 9 in the uniform, and the number 9 on the field in Cal Tinnen.
Yeah, so obviously this isn't an all-hands-on-deck type of game. You see it in the big leagues. You see starting pitchers coming in relief. Pedro, the famous one, and but so all hands on deck. I don't see Jacob coming out of the game, not willingly at least.
No, I think that
he's gonna be quite the. He'll probably argue his way back in the game. I'm saying, but yeah, they had Cunningham, who was potentially gonna start today. He's like 1 in 1A, But and then they had couple guys warming up. Berube was out there warming up. Still is, actually. So I guess it's never a bad thing to use your depth and be prepared.
Absolutely. We'll see what he can do with. My favorite is the story of Mark Burley in the 2004 World Series for the Chicago White Sox. He had pitched a complete game, and the game before, White Sox forgot that they did. Oh, a strike 3 right there. I'll continue that story in a second. So good start for Plamanen, able to get the first out handily. For Burley, yes, he thought that he had the day off. He had switched the Gatorade bottle with something more adult version and had to come in the 15th inning after consuming a good amount of not Gatorade, and still came in and got that save in that game. So
water? What was it?
It was a very filtrated water.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
It had gone through a couple different things, and
I doubt it was Zenka.
Plamanen coming fast and furious right now.
Yeah, he sees people in the bullpen, so he steps up his game.
I noticed this. I'm glad I'm not alone in seeing that. He wants to continue.
It's like Tom Brady, when Garofalo had that good preseason, he just had the best season of his life.
Tries to get the call, does not get it.
Tried to Roger Rabbit that one, frame it up, but
Hilliard, the only run of the game so far for Keene. And he fouls one that's scorched. See if it gets to the bullpen.
Oh, yeah, and some.
It almost went in right there. Pretty impressive. So Caden Berube, I believe, is the one to go get that. And Plamanen still going to try and see if he goes for a fastball here. High up and away, and the count goes full now.
Yeah, when I said he opened the count, I meant left and right, not high and low. So Here comes a curve. I'm down a curve. Yep.
And popped up in the air. Amar rolling out. Now Ethan says, it's me.
Me.
You can hear that from there and is able to get the second out.
I appreciate that, as an outfielder. That's what you have to do. You have to literally be, like, so almost obnoxious about it. Like, get out of the way. I got it.
And that worked right there. So now it'll be Jack Rindo, who has got 2 singles in today's contest. He's 2 for 2.
There's a couple players, 2 for 2. We've seen Hayden Bertolami,
yeah.
He's 2 for 2 as well.
Actually, he is 1 for 2. He did single, but he grounded out to Griffin to start off the second inning.
That's what I mean.
Griffin, look at this. Has the same ability to get the out. So 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Plamanen and the Sweeney's post squad. And they'll see if they get their bats going. It's going to be 9-1-2 for them. It's Collado, Plamanen, and Logue due up. We'll see what happens as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Sweeney, Post, and Keene back with more after this. Bottom of the 5th, Jason Collado with a bunt attempt here to start things off. And unfortunately, it works. It's safe. I saw it as out.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, it's opposite day for Jim Walsh today.
You kind of came in late. I wasn't really reacting fast to Collado's first pitch bunt here.
I think he heard your suggestion last time, and then it was a good bunt. It was a good play. Bang, bang. We'll call it a bang, bang play, Kyle.
Well, now, with some speed on the base paths, it's going to be Froween who has to really work hard to make sure that he doesn't get anywhere. And, wow, we got some craziness going on here for the first
bat. He's going. He's off.
Collado takes off. The throw is a bouncer. And
safe again.
Safe is the call, as the Keene players do not seem to be too pleased with that. He's giving some love to his catcher here, who did a good job, but Jack Rindo put the tag on, and apparently it was not enough. That was a strike to Plamanen here, so we do have a 0-1 count. Ball kind of gets away. He's taken off. Collado has got to get down.
Might as well.
And he is called safe again.
Might as well just keep running. I think he was in there that time. Here's the thing. I've never seen a situation like this. Now, does this change your strategy at all?
Well,
when you have a base umpire that maybe could call it either way?
You got to give.
I don't really want to even go down that road, but is it in the coach's head?
The infield has now come closer. You got to remember, Plamanen is over 2, getting robbed in his 2 times up to bat. Good hits to the outfield, just good catches, and see what Keene's able to do. They're all playing in right now.
I mean, it says 2 outs in the book, but we saw him just scorch both of those balls.
And now sent out, baby. And that's an RBI single for Jacob Plamanen, as Collado is able to come around and get the 3rd run of the contest. So Jacob Plamanen finally just decides not to swing fully and is able to get on base with a single. And now we just had Collado score with his speed. Plamanen's got some decent speed as well.
Keene might as well just throw it to first and see if Jim calls him out.
Well, we'll see what happens, as Griffin has had a tough go of things. He's over 2, is grounded out to shortstop, and has a strikeout in the 3rd inning.
There he goes.
And fouled up underneath us into the netting.
Yeah, man. They're going off. Seems like they're stealing on every pitch. And I mean, some strong throws from Keene, but at the same time, they're getting good jumps. He's not checking on them. Like, Plamanen's checking on him a lot. Oliver's not checking on him very often.
Well, big lead from Jacob. Jacob has to slide back, but Ollie does not throw over. Griffin would love to be able to get on base as well.
Yeah, he didn't steal that time. He did steal last pitch, but it was a foul, and
decides to hold off for now.
Yeah, I'm watching the third base coach, and he looks like a traffic guard right now. He's just making all this.
And Plamanen takes off, and it's a hit.
Get back.
Tough. Griffin flies one out, and now see what these center fielders throws like. It's going to be cut off by Rindo, and now there'll be one out here for Keene.
People do not realize how deep this field really is. To make that throw all the way to first, at first I was like, oh, man, he's a dead duck. But then, he got back quick. He realized, oh, crap, I got to get back,
Well, Griffin 0 for 3 on the day. We're not used to seeing him go 0 for 3. He's been phenomenal with very long at-bats with some walks and just hasn't been able to get what he wants today. And now there's one out, and Manny Castro.
Kyle, I'm calling a home run.
You're calling a home run?
I'm calling a home run with the wooden bat.
He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third base and then walked and has a stolen base back in the third. But Plumondon's still kind of...
I'll keep an eye on him at first for sure.
Plumondon will be...
Get it going.
Fly out to right field and taken by Tinnan. And now quickly there are 2 outs. And
he's done a great job in right field, too. It's almost like he's
Frolene doing a very good job right now.
For sure. Actually, you're right. Keene is really... I got to give Kyle points to all 9 of these players because what a uphill battle they have ahead of them, you know.
You drive an hour and 15 minutes to get to Manchester, and you got to play your 8th game in 10 days, your 5th in 4 days. Plumondon takes off. The throw is a good one. Hits off of Jacob, who's going to take off and now head to third. And no throw will be there. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain right there.
He looks like he needs an oxygen tank. He's a little dogged right now.
You got to remember, he has gone 5 innings pitched, so whether this might be the end of it, if he is able to score with a 4-1 lead.
Keep in mind also, you haven't seen him pitch all season long because he kind of had some arm issues, and now he's been battling back, and this is only a 3rd game pitching.
And Ethan fouls one right over our head.
Yeah, and then he made eye contact with me.
I definitely felt like it was judging us as it went over.
He did, didn't he? He's like, you wearing the same color shirt as your pants?
It's a
Canadian,
weird thing.
Canadian tuxedo.
Well, I'm not Canadian. Oh, Ethan not able to hold up and gets a strike 2 call. Ethan has a triple. Popped up to the pitcher his last time up. Did score the first run of the game.
Ooh, that's
very close. But
it was very close.
Greg says otherwise.
Yeah, it's hard. You know when they say protect the plate? It's hard to protect it when it's high, though, you know?
Oh, Frolene sends one, and he's going to pop one up.
He's limping, too. May's limping.
And able to catch that for the 3rd out.
Keep an eye on that.
And now, as we look over there, as he does not seem like...
Yeah, he's coming out, I think.
He stepped out of the batter's box very well. And this is going to be huge if he is not able to head back out to right field. And that was a good play, good catch right there by Cal Tiani. But
Hebert.
This is a big thing right here.
Hebert's just giving him the glove. That's a nice service he provides from the bench.
Appreciate that, the winning run in last Friday's game. And
Kyle point there.
Seems like he's going to head back out there.
Wow. It's all
a lot of things to look forward to as we have 6 outs left for Keene. We'll see what happens as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Sweeney Post able to get a run there, increase their lead to 2. A 3-1 game. Back after this. It'll be the 3-4-5 part of the lineup for Keene. Again, 6 outs left, and Jacob Plumondon will continue pitching here as we start the top of the 6th inning. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey here for Manchester Public Television. And Cal Tiani, who's had a 0 for 1, does have a walk, will be the first batter, and he's done a good job in the shortstop position for Keene.
Yeah, and he's still the 3-hitter. So, and I feel like he got pitched around, like Jacob kind of knew to... Because it was 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. He walked in to load the bases and then got out of it with the next batter.
A curveball called a strike. Cal is not pleased with that one bit. He did not seem like he was appreciative of that call by Greg Surratt. And little fastball. Able to get that.
That up, boy.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Griffin Logue says, not in my house. I know how to read this. And out number 1.
That's what I'm talking about. They've been slapping that leather. I mean, Keene obviously had some fantastic plays all game. But, we've turned 2. We've done a couple things. And, boy, he really jumped the capacity on that one. Well, good timing, too.
Very good timing for the shortstop here. Now we'll have Ian Bergeron, who singled and does have an RBI and a sac fly.
You know who also appreciates that? our regular shortstop who's pitching right now.
Jacob certainly appreciates that out for sure. And now we got a timeout. Bergeron as decides to step out, get his footing better here, and here we go. And he pops one up in the air, not anywhere
obtainable.
close to us. Well, I guess closer to us than it would be the fields.
I'd rather be cool than catch a ball. So
Fair enough. 1-1 count.
Ooh.
Just barely misses inside.
You know what makes his curveball so effective is it's about 15 to 20 miles an hour slower.
And now look at this. Does it land fair? It does not. And it'll head over towards the lacrosse nets.
Get in there. Go.
Oh.
Saved by
Actually, it's going to sit right there on the nets. And now
oh boy, get back.
Sends one up to center. Ranging back, trying to figure things out. Collado, a little bit of stress there, but cool and collective, and eats it up like he's one of those
hungry hippo.
Hungry hippos, yeah.
But yeah, he's been really impressive. Haven't seen him. He's one of those variables in the beginning of the season. Who's going to play center field? And he just took over and hasn't come out since. And you don't have to be Babe Ruth to be in the starting lineup as long as you're the best center fielder out there.
Sun on half the field, shade on the other half of the field right now as a big cloud comes in. And now it changes the whole look of the field right now, so everyone can see the ball clearly. And so doesn't Sean Callahan, who gets his first single of the game.
Yeah, no chance for Amar there. Kind of cheating over as a lefty, but he kind of finds a hole. And look at that flag out in right center field.
It
it's
is
really
going
whipping.
pretty much straight, though. The winds are coming straight from the southeast, you could say. And you've seen it affect the one play in this game, and we'll see what happens here as Hayden Bertolami, who singled his last time up to bat, takes his first pitch, which is high upstairs.
Jacob Palat, you can say as much as you want, like he throws over too much, but guess what? No one's stealing on him. So he's done a good job on keeping the people honest, and it gets in your head in these late innings when you would expect a steal. They're not getting that because he's keeping them honest. And he wore the right shoes today.
He certainly did.
You don't have to wear slippers like
that's going to be an interesting thing.
House slippers.
2-0 count right here to Jacob. Fouled back. Well, looking at Keene, they've left 5 base runners on throughout this contest. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. So they've now got another one here.
That was a reluctant retrieval of my Andrew right there.
2-1 count.
Someone's going to get it, though, right?
Exactly. Shadows kind of coming into the glass here. And now a little ground ball taken by Griffin. Oh, not able to field it cleanly.
Kind of comes in hard on that one.
Trying to go for the double play, and he was not able to have that sit in his glove.
Here's the thing about that. The ball was bobbled, so he had it. You can't call it runner interference, but, man, that could have got someone really injured. That was, in my league, a lowbrow play.
Well, still, again, 2 outs, even though I thought that he was going to go for the double play the way that he was looking at things.
But that's Keene for you.
It's now an interesting spot to see for Sweeney as they need to get this third out, and now it's pitcher versus pitcher.
Yeah, trying to help his cause. This is a big spot right here, for sure.
The tying run. It sounds like a broken bat.
Yep.
Amar puts it over, and that will do it for the top of the 6th inning. Keene gets 2 base runners, but they're not able to come around. The score stays 3-1. Jacob Plamondon feeling confident. We'll see if he comes back for the 7th, but for now, we got to go to the bottom of the 6th and see what Sweeney Post can do to pad their lead. Back with more after this. Bottom of the 6th inning here, and it's the 5-6-7 part of the lineup for Sweeney Post, and we'll see just what they can do to first pitch inside, and Amar DeWitty will be the first batter here. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Levy for Manchester Public Television, and we're seeing a good contest here, and boy, it's gonna. If you said it between innings, it has a playoff feel to it in some ways.
Oh, absolutely. It is essentially a de facto playoff game.
Now
That's going to
set
fall.
out. Will this land in fair territory? It does. Amar able to get on with a single, and
Attaboy, he might get pinch run for it.
we'll
and then
see what
re-enter.
happens there. That was a great placement to get the leadoff hitter on first. And even though you said looks like they have a full bench here, everyone is here for Sweeney Post and for Keene. They just have their 9, and now we will see what Rivera can do here. 2 strikeouts on the day. He's having a rough go of things, and he's a little bunt here.
Good call.
The throw is not in. Oh, it is in time.
Walsh.
Jim Walsh says otherwise, but it works as a sacrifice.
Yeah, it's a good sacrifice bunt right there.
You just gotta work with what you got with the umpire sometimes.
Oh yeah, you do.
Great running right there. I'm very impressed that was a very close call. A great job by Ollie to get it up to first base to get that out, and now 1 out. And we'll see the likes of Andrew Wall, the catcher.
His job was to sacrifice and get him over to second. So he did that,
He
right?
did it,
Okay.
absolutely. You can't go wrong with that.
He is an all-state track star, though. People don't realize that.
For sure. Andrew Wall
He showed right there.
had a tough go of things, walked and hit by a pitch in today's contest, so we haven't seen him get a hold of a pitch just yet.
There's a lot of room down that line. That's his sweet spot.
Oh, big swing and just an unfortunate miss right there.
It would be absolutely relieving for Jacob Plamaden to get another run right here. It's just something about that. But you mentioned they have no bench players. I counted Sweeney's bench.
Little ground ball. Andrew Wall able to send that over. And let's see if they send Amar. No, they're going to keep him at third. So runners at the corners now as Andrew Wall is finally able to connect and get himself on base.
Good job. But without looking, Kyle, do you want to guess how many bench players Sweeney has ready to go?
I'm going to go with 7.
They got 9.
9.
They could literally field another starting 9.
Wow, that's actually impressive right there to think about.
And neither of them have been tapped into, so they're all fresh and ready to go. Keeney's I wouldn't be shocked to see a squeeze here, too. But as long as Amar is on board, because that can be a scary situation. But he is a lefty, though. That helps.
Ben is 0 for 2 in the contest. Hit into a double play his last time up. And has been hitting it to the opposite side of the field. Is rounded out to the shortstop and the third baseman. So We'll see what he can do here to try to get himself an RBI.
Right. And normally I'd say he'd never get doubled up. But things are different today. We do have a pinch runner, Kyle.
I'm noticing that, too. I'm curious if that's Hebert.
I'll grab it. No, it's Tyler. You know I hate that name. I love the name, but I can't say it.
Cesarowski.
That's what I meant to say.
Tyler, unfortunately, was not able to make Sunday's games. As he was on his way here, Michael, he actually got into a 5-car accident.
Oh, no.
That he was not the culprit of. He just kind of was, unfortunately, had his truck hit the backside of his car, which then pushed him into a car in front of him, and just was not able to make it. Car is not totaled, but insurance still has to figure out what they want to do with it. So
his name is Karsowski, so I'm glad he didn't get hurt in the car. Get it?
I get it.
I don't hate the name. I want that to be clear. I love the name, and I'm going to try to say it. Karsowski.
Yeah, so glad to know that he's all right, and glad to see him out here. We'll see if he's out there playing third base tomorrow. And a little soft ground ball. This could work perfectly for a sacrifice.
It does.
It works, and able to get another run as Amar able to come around. And now Sweeney takes a 4-1 lead here with just 3 outs remaining for Keene. It works. Obviously he wants to get a single here, but to get an RBI is also what matters to get more runs on the board. And good job to Tyler there.
So huge.
Or not to Tyler, excuse me. That's to Ben.
That was huge. I'm telling you, 3 versus 2, going in with 3 outs is everything. It's just a confidence boost. So good job. And I got to go ahead and give credit to the coach for pinch running for Wall right there. Because did you notice he didn't try to turn 2?
There was no time. Ben didn't have that much,
That's what I mean. Like maybe Andrew wouldn't have been
I see what you're
close
saying.
to
Yeah,
second,
yeah.
as you know what I mean. So good coaching.
Jason Collado, who was able to single twice in this contest. He's got a bunt single and a regular single. Has an RBI in this contest and is the 9-hitter.
Nick Korovos. So I wanted to get that right. I can't just keep calling him coach.
Yeah, I know. It's your time's over with, even though you'll always be coach in your heart.
We're not done yet, Kyle. One day.
Again, 2-1 count, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th inning.
That's the first time I've seen him do any kind of check on any runner yet.
I think you just want to get a feel of things and make sure that everyone was on the same page. And now look at this.
Stroke.
Collado sends one out, but Tinnin is able to put up his arm like we've seen time and time again in this game and is able to make that catch, but not before Sweeney Post gets another run, a 4-1 lead. It'll be the last ups for this Keene Legion Post number 4. It'll be the 8-9-1 part of the lineup. And Sweeney Post, with this win, will most likely be in the playoffs.
Cunningham's coming in.
When Ryan Cunningham will be coming in to pitch.
Wow.
We'll be right back for the top of the 7th right after this. And here we go with the top of the 7th inning. A lot of changes here for Sweeney Post, including Ryan Cunningham, who takes the pitching mound for Jacob Lamond. And Jacob will slide back to his normal spot at shortstop. And Griffin, who did a great job at shortstop, minus that error in the 6th inning, will slide out and take Ben Caney's spot. And now a little bunt attempt. Andrew's going to jump out. The throw there.
Oh, baby!
Able to get that, a 2-3 out. Andrew Wall says, no, I've got reflexes, and I can get this throw to first.
His face says it all. He goes, me, picks it up, and just, wow.
Nice spin move and everything.
That's the spin move.
And for Brady Carpentier, that's 0 for 3 day. And Cal Tinnin, the right fielder, batting number 9, who's 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out his last time up the bat, will be the batter.
Kyle, I have chills on my arm from that play. That was a great play. There's the curve.
Cunningham gives him.
He has one of the best curves I've ever seen in person. You just saw that ball move about 4 feet.
And now sends a fastball. Amar has got to get over there, makes the play, the throw, and in time. And look at this. Down to the last out, it'll be Jake Hilliard, who will be the batter here. Jake's had a tough go of things. Is the lone run for the Keene team back in the 3rd inning with a walk. And with 2 outs here, time is running out on this Legion season for Keene.
Yeah, good job by Amar, gathering it, getting the you want to get the out by a good amount today. So that was a good job. And now there's 2 outs with 1 to go in possible
playoffs.
Uh-oh, did we? No, just
oh,
kidding.
I said it.
There's the knock. I'm good. Kyle, we don't get to do playoff games very often.
It's we do when we can. They're often on the road.
Yeah,
but here we are with a chance to take a trip up to the Memorial Field in Concord.
He will, Cunningham will do 50-50 ratio on curveballs. You don't see that often. That's how good he is at it.
And now Cunningham with a 1-2 count is trying to get the save. And Boom! He gets it. Strike 3, and Sweeney Post wins 4 of their last 5 contests.
Yep.
And it has put themselves in a safe spot to get into the playoffs. And my goodness, this was quite a game here. A 4-1 victory here for Sweeney Post.
And it's interesting because Keene will need our help tomorrow against Laconia. And Laconia is a lot's got to go wrong for Keene to get in. But good job on back against the wall. And they've showed such heart at the end of the season. I'm going to say it. I'm proud of these boys, Kyle.
Yeah, Laconia will come here to Sweeney Post at Gill Stadium for a 1 o'clock matchup tomorrow. And, wow, what a contest here to see what's gone down as Sweeney Post able to get a hold head of Keene here in the standings. Sweeney Post now at a 9-7 record, and Keene has dropped to 7-8.
I would like to make one last point. If they do end up seated against Concord, I saw them beat them. So it's not out of the question for them to make a run at this.
And again, we got to give a player of the game here. For me, I'm going to give it to Amar Duwitty. Is able to score twice, had an RBI, big part of getting the 3 runs to help this contest in a 4-1 victory. He was a big proponent of it and had a good job in the field here at second base.
Yeah, he was definitely really good. I got to go with my guy, Jacob. He pitched so good. And I'm going to give it to Coach. I'm going to give player of the game to Coach because he made all the right moves today. He put the perfect lineup in. He made all the right moves. I even second-guessed him putting Cunningham in, but Cunningham was lights out. So good job, Coach.
You know, it was a 1-2-3 7th inning, and congratulations to Sweeney Post. We'll look forward to being back here tomorrow. At least you will, Michael Gonzalez.
I'll be here.
With Daryl Johnston. And we'll thank you all very much for watching. For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick. For Michael Gonzalez, I'm Kyle Heavey. It's been a pleasure to be with you on this Friday night. Be safe, everyone. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again soon. Good night.